But we got to talk about SunEdison before we head out of here.
Talk about how wonderful solar is growing, and we'll talk about the one company that seems to be going bankrupt when it comes
weird.
to solar.
Yeah. I mean, what's the stock at? 40 cents now?
It's somewhere around 50 to 50 cents.
You compare them to being the Icarus of the solar industry, of course, alluding to the Greek myth about the kid that, had the
too
wax
close to the
wings,
sun.
flew too close to the sun, even though he was flying, and melted the wings, and down he went. Why do you make that analogy?
Well, if you look at the solar industry, and this happens with a lot of new technologies, you have something new and wonderful.
Well, it's the bubble boom,
right? And it's so easy to get excited about the potential for it. The disruption, the ability to grow into this multi-trillion-dollar market. And one of the things that everybody gets caught up when it comes to things like this is growth rates and how spectacular they look. And so when you have a company that comes in like a SunEdison that talks about how much they're going to grow and how quickly, and you can see like the growth trajectory of revenue growth and things like that, and all these new projects they're coming online, and how much they're spending on new projects, and it just looks very tempting. The only problem is that when, especially in an industry like electricity, it's not a fast-growing industry in general. I mean, we only grow electricity consumption by 1%.
It follows population growth, more or less.
Yeah, and we have to. All we're basically doing is replacing old capacity and with a little bit added new. So you're not. You can't. It's not like an iPhone where everybody's just going to pick it up and go. It's basically trying to compete with an existing industry. And so when you have a company like SunEdison that grows this fantastically and is taking on large amounts of debt, and if you kind of look at the situation of how they had it, it wasn't exactly the most well managed. They're looking at doing all these massive spinoffs because they're just trying to inhale capital as fast as they can to grow. And the only problem is there was never any cash flows or any growth of the bottom line to support that. Now, you contrast that with the companies that have been successful in the solar industry over the past couple of years. You look at First Solar, you look at SunPower. They haven't chased the rainbows in the industry. They've set pretty modest growth targets. We're going to grow at this rate. We're going to build great panels. We're not going to get caught up trying to build out with huge amount of debts. We're going to try to live within our cash flows, and they've done a much better job at maintaining that and being a better long-term investment versus somebody like SunEdison who got everybody a little too excited.